Hi everyone, I'm filming this clip at the end of the vlog when it's already all been filmed, but I don't think I did an intro, so I just wanted to do a quick introduction for this video. If you're new here, my name's Jamie. I make videos about knitting and fiber arts, and this video is basically just gonna be like a little knitting vlog where I document a bunch of things that I did throughout a week or so of my life. It was my first attempt at this type of video, so having not edited yet, I'm not really sure how it's gonna turn out, but hopefully, I mean, I like watching these type of videos, so hopefully it is somewhat cohesive. It's basically just showing you know, bits and pieces of my life as a knitwear designer and fiber artist. So hopefully it's enjoyable and relaxing to watch. And yeah, if you want to see more of these types of videos, please let me know. That's basically the intro. I just wanted to give context for what's happening here. But yeah, let's roll the first clip. I did so much knitting yesterday because I went for coffee with my friend Zach and my new friend Adele, who I had never met, from Crow with the Flow. So stupid. So we had a little knitting / crochet coffee date, and I got quite a bit of work on this sock done then, and then I probably worked on it a little bit at home as well. And then I ended up spending the night at my friend Chloe's house. I mean, I didn't sleep there, but I went to her house and we watched 2 movies. So I also got a lot of knitting done whilst watching those movies. We watched, what did we watch? The one with Jennifer Lawrence, No Hard Feelings, and we didn't really like it very much, so we were like, we need to watch a good movie, so we watched Bridesmaids after that.
Wow, it's adorable. How does this work? Fire system?
That and Reno's passcode.
He's not dead.
No, he's not here. He can't know about this. Nobody can know about this.
Nobody can know about this. Also, even devastated, which would kind of defeat the purpose of building up his confidence.
It'll turn around.
Hearing that for a long time.
It's gonna turn around, just know
Anyway.
So plenty of time for knitting. Luckily Chloe had this book that I'm following the pattern from, because I didn't bring it with me because I did not think I would even get to the part where I needed to do the toe decreases. I just thought that I would I would just keep knitting in the round, but I got so much done, so I actually ended up getting to the point where I just need to do the grafting to sew up the toe. So that's basically all I have to do now, and then I'll have finished this very first sock. It's the first basic sock pattern in Summer Lee's The Sock Project book. I literally casted this on, I want to say on Thursday, and it's Sunday, so this basically took me 2 days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 3 days, whatever. I finished this very, very quickly. My first time doing a heel like this. It's called the heel flap and gusset. So that was my first time trying this, and I really like working this method of heel sock knitting. I'm not 100% sold on how it looks, but I do think it will be durable. But anyway, other than this, it was, you know, pretty straightforward, just knitting in the round. So I think that's obviously why it's taken me so quick. But I'm gonna sew this up now so that I can cast on sock number 2. Assuming the second sock I'm able to work as quickly as the first, this will definitely be the quickest pair of socks that I've ever knit, which is great. So yay for productivity. I don't know if it's just me, but I always forget how to do Kitchener stitch or grafting. It just, for some reason, will never stay in my mind. So thank goodness she has instructions here, because otherwise I'd have to go and find the instructions somewhere else, because I fully always forget, even though it's like I literally have a tutorial in my book, like my book, the one that's there. So I would probably just check that, but like the fact that I have a tutorial for it, but I still can't remember how to do it, tells you all you need to know.
You know, like, not only are they not voting for you, but they're like rallying votes against you. So, I think that is, you know, so, but like being one left out of the vote and losing her best ally, suddenly, you know, she's not dangerous anymore. Like, you know, and so I actually think her threat level diminishes to the point where maybe this is actually a really good move for her. You know, and she was like gawking theatrically, like, how could this happen?
All right, sock number 1 is complete. I'm gonna try it on now. All right, I'm gonna attempt it. Sorry for the foot content, but there we go. Pretty happy with the fit. So I have a bit of admin work I need to get done today. It's a little bit of a secret. I wish I could tell you more. I'd hate being that person being like, I can't tell you what I'm working on. but I actually can't. I can tell you bits and pieces, but I can't tell you what it's actually for. So I may or may not have been running a secret testnet for the past, I think, about 2 months for a very, very exciting pattern, very, very exciting project that I really, really wish I could say what it was, but just know it's very exciting and I should be able to announce it in the next few months, hopefully. I'm not sure exactly when, but it will be sometime this year that I'll be able to announce it, and then you'll be like, oh, that's what she was working on. Let's just say it's a pattern that's gonna be published not by me. That's as much of a clue as I can give right now. And because it's not being published by me, I have to submit the pattern to the people who are going to be publishing it. And I think I need to do that by tomorrow. I'm pretty sure tomorrow is the deadline. So I need to go through the feedback. My testers have been incredible. They all submitted feedback. So it'll be hopefully smooth sailing, just going through all their notes and making changes to the pattern as need be. So we're gonna go and do that now. I'm gonna see if I can like try and film without giving too much away, so we'll see. But yeah, oh my god, I can't. Okay, I literally take no responsibility for what the back of my hair is about to look like. I can't even. Anyway, yeah, I don't know what's happening up here. Yeah, I'm just gonna go and do that now. I don't know how long it'll take. It really just depends on the feedback. Like, so if the feedback is all like, yeah, everything's perfect, then it won't take very long. But if there are changes that need to be made, it might take a little bit longer. I've had a bit of a skim through already, and I don't think it's gonna be anything too major because any like legit concerns had kind of already come up throughout the process. So hopefully it's really just like small things, like maybe a few, you know, changes to the yarn estimations and, you know, other little bits and pieces, but nothing that's gonna take me too long. So hopefully this won't be too tedious and I can get this pattern sent off for tech editing. But yeah, I'm just gonna film that for you so that you can get a little slight insight into my process of going through feedback. I don't know. Okay, so I just want to show a little behind the scenes of the not so fun, quite frustrating side of being a pattern designer. I am currently working on a new pattern. I finished up the sample, I think last week. Yeah, probably around then. It's this beautiful tee, this gorgeous lace pattern. And I knew this was gonna be a struggle to grade because it was a struggle even just to get it to fit for my size and to get the numbers right and everything when I was knitting up the sample. My notes just have so much just stuff scribbled out from like failed attempts. So I had a feeling that this was gonna be a difficult one to kind of grade across all the sizes. This is my current spreadsheet situation. I'll just let it focus. I don't know how well you can really see the screen, but it's literally just so many numbers that I'm currently dealing with, and I've just kind of hit a wall. I've been working on this for several hours without a break, so that is probably contributing to the fact that my brain's like lost all ability to function properly and to do maths, even though a lot of the maths that I'm doing is like through formulas, but you still have to know what formulas to do and know what cells to put in the formula. Anyway, it's not all just being done for you. You do have to think. So unfortunately, my brain is really, really struggling. I don't know if it's me or if it's like what I'm trying to do is like impossible. I'm like so stuck just on particularly working out the decreased rates across the sizes, because yeah, it took me 2 attempts to get the decreased rates right for my size. But yeah, it's like I was really kind of hoping I could use the same decrease rate across sizes and then just, you know, hope for the best. I don't know. It's so difficult. I'm really struggling. Please send help. I want to get the tester call out this week, but I just want to like make sure the pattern's actually gonna work, and like now I'm a bit scared. Like I should probably finish doing these numbers. Like I honestly could put the tester call out now. Like I have all the garment measurements and everything, and I could do the yarn estimates based on that. But I just am like a bit kind of freaked out that maybe this isn't gonna work. So I want to know that it's going to work before I put out a testicle. But yeah, hopefully tomorrow's brain will be working better than today's brain is, at least. I mean, the sun's going down. It's yeah, it's been a time. I'm like, I really want to keep working on this, but I think my brain needs a break. So yeah, I think I'm probably gonna call it for now. It is not always fun, especially as someone who's not mathematically inclined at all. It's really hard. Anyway, we'll see. I may or may not keep you updated on where this goes. Okay. I was gonna stop because I was like, I'm sorry for this, but then I was like, you know what, Jamie? Try to push through. Maybe we haven't tried everything. I think I've hit a breakthrough. I think I figured out what I was doing wrong. It was definitely a product of me working on this for too long, but actually turns out just like taking a break to even just like talk to the camera has helped somehow. So I think, I'm not 100% confident, I've only done it for one size, but I'm pretty sure this formula that I figured out might be what I need to work out everything else from here. So we'll see how I go. Just filmed a knitting podcast. Haven't done that in, I want to say 2 months, so it was well overdue. This is kind of meta, but a little behind the scenes of my setup. Got my ring light because the sun is kind of going down. Lol, I procrastinated doing this all day. And it took me an hour to film as well, so it's a lot darker than when I started. And then we've got all of the pieces I talked about just chucked on my bed as per usual. Gonna try edit this tomorrow and get it up by Saturday because somehow the week has literally just gotten away from me. Like I can't get over the fact that it's Thursday and I'm filming on a Thursday and I want to, normally I film earlier in the week and then I try and get it up again by the end of the week. But somehow, I don't know, this week has just gotten away from me. I really could just put my camera back up on the tripod, but I can't be bothered. Also, a quick update on my grading saga from the other day. I ended up working for like another, I want to say 2 hours, I think, after I last filmed, and I figured it out. I got into the groove of it. I figured out what I was doing wrong, and I was able to spend yesterday and the night before working out all the shaping rates and everything, and I finished grading the pattern. And I've started writing it today, so we're underway, hoping to get a testing call out tomorrow. I'm happy I didn't give up when I said I was gonna give up because I ended up actually figuring it out, so yay me. It's the next day and I have had a interesting morning. I will say it was fun, but a little bit disorienting. It's disorientating. I never know how to say that word. Disorienting. I'm not sure. Anyway, so I decided this morning that I was going to wake up at 3:30 a.m. I think it ended up being around then, to watch the Aerostore live stream on TikTok in Paris, the first night of the European leg. The European leg is going to be an absolute struggle for us Australians, so I kind of have decided I'm obviously not going to be watching every single live stream. Like, it's just not. And firstly, like, I have no interest in watching the show over and over and over again. I don't think I've actually ever watched an entire live stream in full from start to finish before today, but because there was a lot of speculation that she was going to be adding Torture Poets Apartment to the set list and potentially making other changes, which definitely happened. I just thought, you know what, I'm gonna wake up for the start because we don't know when the set's gonna be, we don't know what's gonna happen, and I feel like I will be so overwhelmed because the show ended at around 7 a.m. my time, and I was like, if I wake up, I usually wake up around 7:30. If I wake up and then just like open my phone and I'm just like flooded with all this information, it's just gonna be really chaotic. And I'm probably gonna end up lying in bed for like hours anyway. So I would rather, like, just for this one time, wake up super early. I went to bed earlier than usual. Luckily I have some I have my ADHD pills, which do help with like kind of staying alert and awake. So I have like the ones that go for 4 hours and the ones that last like all day. So I took one of the 4-hour ones so that I would be able to stay up, which definitely was a blessing. Definitely helped a lot. But yeah, I just was like sitting in bed watching the show, and pretty much from the very beginning it was different. There were changes being made throughout the whole thing. The order changed, and then she did the Torture Poets apartment set. I think it would have been around 6 a.m. So I'd already been up for a while at that point, but it was so exciting to like actually see a set for the first time on live stream, because I'm pretty sure when the Eras tour started last year, I didn't even realize that there were TikTok live streams. So I was just looking on Twitter and like refreshing the page to see what song she was singing. But this was my first time like actually, other than surprise songs, like seeing something live as it's happening for the first time, and that was just so cool. So I'm actually so happy I woke up for it. It was incredible. I won't talk too much about it, but it was incredible. A little upset about some of the song cuts that she made, but it's fine because I've already been. It was not going to be possible for me to see the Tortured Poets apartment set in Australia. Like that was going to be impossible because those songs hadn't come out yet, but I still got to see Long Live 3 times. So unfortunately for everyone else who's still gonna attend the tour or who attended it before she added Long Live to the set list, they will not get that experience. But I think that, you know, adding the Tortured Poets apartment songs really makes up for it because it's an incredible set. But I'm very grateful that I got to see that, specifically that song 3 times, because that was my favorite from the whole show. So it was a little bit, it did like hurt inside when she like turned around after singing not even the full Enchanted, like she doesn't even sing the full song, and that's the only Speak Now song, and it's justice for Speak Now. I can't even. But at least I know that I got to have that experience. I'm not at this stage. God help me if I do end up somehow going, because I cannot afford it. So I'm not planning on going to any of the shows in Europe. I don't have the funds for that. So unless someone wants to pay for my ticket and my flight, I will not be attending any more Eras Tour shows. So it's kind of like, oh well, you know, wasn't gonna happen anyway. So it's just fun now to like watch it and not have to be like, oh, but like I'm not gonna get this, so I didn't get that. So anyway, is what it is. But yeah, I ended up going back to sleep for, I don't know, I feel like it was probably more than an hour, but definitely less than 2 hours. I was just like so hyped after, so I just ended up not actually sleeping that much longer. But then I took I took my Vyvanse, which lasts all day. So I'm alive, I'm awake. I've been already doing a bit of work for the past, I don't know, hour or so. I had to get my testicle sent out on my newsletter, and just had a bit of technical difficulties with my newsletter, so got that resolved, I think. And I actually also posted the testicle this morning, so try to be as productive as I can while I'm still kind of a bit out of it from being awake for most of the day since like 3:30 a.m, but like 1 or 2 hours. So yeah, a bit all over the place, but it's fine. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna edit the podcast that I filmed yesterday. I'm gonna be a little bit meta, and I might actually even film a little bit of me editing, which is like really weird and meta. But by the time you're seeing this video, the podcast will have already been posted. So you'll just be seeing clips of me editing last week's video, basically. That's my plan for now. I'm gonna try and finish editing it. I'm gonna try to see if I can do it in one go. I did film for a long time, like over an hour, so it might take me a while to edit, but hopefully it won't be so bad. And then the thumbnail, I normally take so long to do thumbnails. Like sometimes it takes me like 2-3 hours to make, because I just am like so indecisive, and I go through like so many different phases of like progressions of like finally getting to a point where I'm actually happy with it. But I think I'm gonna do something a bit more simple this time, so it shouldn't take me that long. So hopefully I should be able to get the video scheduled to post tomorrow, but we'll see. Finish. This was worked from the bottom up. It's worked from the bottom up. Don't hate me. Worked from, there was a reason. You'll see that it is a raglan, so it is a raglan, so it's pretty uncommon to have a bottom up raglan. Neckline, so it's still fine, you know, it's just a bit harder to Okay, this vlog is so random. I literally don't know like what I even have filmed in this past like week or so, but I'm just gonna keep it going because little things keep popping up. But just bear with me, it's like a new style of video that I'm trying, so I don't really know how this is gonna turn out. But I do have a fun little exciting outing plan for today. I really was just gonna be working today and just like working on this pattern. It seems to be taking me forever, but I'm kind of on the home stretch. But my lovely friend Sanchia from Sunflower Rays on Instagram, she is in Melbourne at the moment, but not for much longer before she's moving back to the UK. And yeah, she and I have been trying to coordinate a little coffee date, and she messaged me and she was like, what are you doing today? And I was like, look, I've got work to do, but could definitely squeeze in a coffee. So I'm heading out now to go meet her for a little knit/crochet coffee date at this cute little cafe not too far from where I live. But I've never been to this cafe before. It looks really cute. It's like a Thai inspired brunch place. I'm not gonna get anything to eat, I'll just get like a coffee, but she said they have really cool drinks. Sanchi is so lovely. I actually met her before once when she was in Melbourne last year. She actually lives, well, she has been living pretty sure in Queensland, but she was in Melbourne around this time last year, I think, and I met up with her for coffee and that was really nice, and we've kept in touch since then. And yeah, she's been back in Melbourne for a little bit, and yeah, so it'll be really nice to see her because I don't know when she'll be back here since she's going back to the UK where she's actually from. So it'll be complicated, but yeah, I love meeting up with people from Instagram. Like, it's just so cool to like meet people in our community. I'm keen to just, you know, get out of the house for a little bit and have a little catch up. So I might get a little bit of content while I'm there. This is the fit. It's classic me. The weather's like not too cold today, so I'm wearing my Heard Through the Grapevine vest with a long sleeve like turtleneck top underneath, and my new favorite jeans that I seem to be wearing genuinely all the time because I love them. That's my fit, and I'm gonna head off. Wait, focus babe, focus babe. Holy sh, that is crazy. I'm trying, I'm knitting, doing crochet. Oh my god, the lighting in the behind it. Okay, it has, I think, been a few days since I last filmed. Yeah, I think it's been 2 days. I spent the entire day yesterday pattern writing. It is like, I actually think I was sitting at my desk for like 9 hours straight, minus some snacks and meals. But like, other than that, like I was literally just like writing this pattern because I just kept like messing up. I just kept like doing things and then realizing afterwards that I'd done them wrong, or like I had the wrong row count, or somewhere along the way, like I misinterpreted my notes at one point and that like threw everything off. So it ended up taking so much longer to do what I was trying to do than it needed to. I can't remember if I've updated on this, but like at one point I wrote out like the yoke instructions for all the different sizes, and I was like, wow, this is like really overwhelming. Like this literally took like days. And then I was like, wait, I can just chart it. It'll be way easier to follow. So I ended up going and charting out all of the raglan decreases, like the whole yoke section that I had spent days writing out. So that was a bit of a waste of time in terms of the time I spent writing it out. So I'm just trying to, you know, catch up and finish this pattern, but I'm basically done. I just finished writing the last of the neckline instructions, which I did choose to write out separately just because it's not as many rows, and I figured it's probably easier than having so many different charts. So I literally just finished that. I spent all day doing it yesterday, and then I spent a few hours already this morning doing it, and I just finished it right in time to get onto ticketek.com for the Olivia Rodrigo pre-sale because I am trying to get tickets for my friend and I. I'm gonna take this as a little break from pattern writing because I have been doing that all morning, and I just finished like a really big part, and I really just have to write out the I-cord instructions and then just like finish formatting the pattern, and then I can send it to my tech editor. So I'm very close. And I actually finished not last night, the night before, I finished these socks finally. So this was my second pair, or second of the pair, and all I've got to do is now weave in the ends. It's only 2 whole ends, so it won't take very long. So I'm going to do that while I'm in this queue, because basically, if you're wondering what I'm currently looking at, it's literally just like this really painful thing that just keeps refreshing over and over and over again. I'm really not sure how this is gonna go because I'm sure there will be a lot of people trying to get tickets. Like, this is Olivia's first time touring Australia. She didn't come for the Sour tour and she's huge. Like, I know she's only been around for a couple of years. Like, this is only her second album. She's relatively new, but she is so popular, and like especially amongst like Gen Z, I feel like there are going to be so many people trying to get tickets for this concert. So I'm a bit nervous. She is only coming to Melbourne and Sydney. Yeah, I'm a bit nervous with like potentially, you know, if people are gonna need to fly across from, you know, around the country and even New Zealand if they really want to come. I've been on here for 20 minutes and I'm seeing absolutely nothing. So I'm not feeling too confident about my chances, but yeah, I'm just gonna weave in this last end. I think I'm gonna wrap this video up basically here because I do need to have time to edit it, and I have like almost, I don't know, like a week and a half I think worth of content. Like, I've been filming this for about a week and a half, so I don't really know what this video actually was. Lol. I hope it was enjoyable in some way. Maybe you got a little bit of insight into what a week or so in my life can look like. I mean, my life is very like different, like changes all the time, to be honest. So I wouldn't really say this was like a, you know, typical week in my life. It was fairly typical, but it really just depends on what I'm working on and what's happening. Like, I had quite a few Nick catch-ups recently, which doesn't always happen. And I'm also not always writing patterns, but at the moment I'm back into writing patterns. So that's kind of what it's been like in this past week and a half or so. Okay, just finished weaving in the ends. Yay! But yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap this up. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hope it was enjoyable, and if you liked it, make sure to give it a like and leave me a comment. Let me know if you want to see more videos like this. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!